Manufacturers are facing increased pressure to set out a path to circularity for their products and processes. Requirements come from governmental regulations like the CSRD from the EU or from market and customer expectations. With circularity comes also new business and revenue opportunities that might be disrupted by circularity startups if manufacturers don't act in a timely manner. Today, I will show you how IFS Cloud can help manufacturers in their transformation to a circular economy, to meet circularity requirement, and to benefit from the new circular business opportunities through the new remanufacturing capabilities in IFS Cloud. Remanufacturing is one of the circular operations. Remanufacturing takes a product that has reached its end of life and in an industrialized process turns it into a like new or better than new condition. The process involves disassembly, cleaning and reconditioning components, reassembly, and testing the individual components and whole product to ensure that it is within its original design specifications. In today's demo, I will show how the end-to-end remanufacturing process can be managed, fully embedded in IFS Cloud. I will show how the disassembly process is embedded in the remanufacturing process. In addition, I will also show how IFS Cloud manages the mix of used and new components, which is one of the characteristics of the remanufacturing process to ensure a sustainable, low-cost, and high-margin process. As a sales coordinator, I have just finalized a remanufacturing deal. You can see in the opportunity that the customer was quoted both a new and a remanufactured outdoor unit. Based on a lower price, thanks to reused components and faster delivery time, the customer ordered the remanufactured product. In the business opportunity, you can also see the rolled-up cost for the remanufacturing product considering the planned split of new and reused components. Despite the lower cost, you can also see that the remanufactured product has a higher margin. I will now create a customer order from the business opportunity and hand it over to production to finalize the remanufacturing of the mini-split outdoor unit. One of the first things I need to do as a planner is to make sure I have enough material to start production. As you can see here, I've set up my remanufacturing structure so that the material requirements planning engine, shorted to MRP, now has created both a remanufacturing and a disassembly requisition. This means that MRP has already planned for the disassembly of a used product, also called core, to make sure we have enough used components for the remanufacturing. I can also see that I have enough cores to start the disassembly. When I convert the remanufacturing requisition to an order, the corresponding disassembly requisition will be converted to a disassembly order automatically. Let's have a look at some important features for remanufacturing on the order just created. On the shop order, you can see that the remanufacturing process is fully embedded into the core manufacturing product. This is a traditional shop order, but with the type remanufacturing. On the remanufacturing shop order, I can find the PEG disassembly order. And on the Materials tab, you can see that for each component line we can manage both new and used components. The lines that don't have a used component are components that always are replaced with a new. I will now release the shop orders to make them available on the shop floor. The shop floor worker will find their daily tasks in the shop floor workbench. In the dispatch list, I have operations for both disassembly and inspection of the disassembled components. Let's continue with this partly reported operation. I can see all components expected to be disassembled on this operation, see all planned and actual quantities, and am also able to scrap disassembled components from here. It sometimes happens that I find other components that were not planned for. Here, I can manage those components, replace the original, and receive into stock. I have now disassembled one compressor and will receive that into stock. The shop floor worker now needs to continue the disassembly, but let's have a look at what has happened on the remanufacturing order. On the remanufacturing order, we can now see that the disassembled used compressor has replaced the new one and has been reserved to the remanufacturing order. When the disassembly order has been finalized, I will have a material list on my remanufacturing order consisting of a mix of new and used components, where we are utilizing as much used components as possible from the disassembly process. The remanufacturing process will then continue with reassembly and quality control. After that, the remanufactured outdoor unit can be reintroduced into the supply chain and shipped out on the customer order. This concludes the remanufacturing demo. In the demo, you have seen how the remanufacturing solution is fully embedded into the traditional, well-proven manufacturing processes in IFS Cloud. In addition, the remanufacturing solution in IFS Cloud includes support for key capabilities important for successful remanufacturing, like embedded disassembly, possibility to manage the mix of new and used components throughout the entire process. All in all, making IFS Cloud a complete solution for remanufacturers, helping them to reduce production costs and increase margins. Thank you for watching and for being part of a sustainable future.